My presentation went on Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. was born November 5th, 1992, and he's an American football wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns currently. He was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he played college football at LSU until he was drafted by the New York Giants in the first round of the 2014 NFL Draft. In his first season, he broke numerous receiving records, and he broke the rookie record for the most average receiving yards per game. But the highlight of that season was when he caught the attention of the nation when he made what some to believe the greatest catch in football, as you can see on the left. He played with the New York Giants until 2019, until he was traded to the Browns, where he's at currently. The injury. Odell Beckham Jr. was gearing up for what he hoped would be a career season when he tore his left ACL against the Bengals on October 25th, 2020. An ACL tear is an injury of the knee joint and usually happens while playing sports. It causes leg pain and instability of the knee. ACL injuries are the most common knee injury that occurs in football, and these injuries require surgery to allow the patient to return to the sport. And as you can see on the left, we have a torn ACL compared to a normal one, and on the right, it's just him, being injured. All right, prevention. In football, motions such as cutting and pivoting can put a great amount of force on the knee. When the ACL cannot cope with this force, it ruptures. Many of these injuries that occur without contact can be prevented with exercise, in particular those that focus on balance, strength, and plyometrics, such as planks, Nordic hamstrings, and squats. And also make sure to have proper footwear. The best treatment for an ACL tear is to have rest. Rest is necessary for healing, and it limits weight on the knee. And when you're awake, make sure to have ice every 2 hours for 20 minutes at a time. And number 3 is compression. Wrap an elastic bandage on, or compression wrap around your knee, such as like a brace. And number 4 is elevation. Lie down with your knee propped up on a pillow while resting. Then after a couple of weeks, the patient can choose to undergo surgery. Recovery. An ACL tear is an injury that has a 12-month timeline, but occasionally sees players beat that by a few months. So Beckham probably doesn't have a chance of returning for week 1, which is January 4th to January 10th of 2020. He could probably play in week 3, which is January 11th to January 14th. All right, extra information is his net worth is $25 million. He's a 3-time Pro Bowl. Both his parents were LSU athletes, and he's the youngest Madden cover athlete. And he also set a Guinness World Record. All right.